I want you to imagine yourself being born in this country, whether you made mistakes that found you fighting the case, but you did your time, you paid your debt to society, and you feel like you should get a second chance. Or just imagine you never did anything wrong, you always did the right thing. You conducted yourself in a respectable manner, treated other people with respect and dignity, only to get absolutely nothing from it, but to constantly be discriminated against just your skin tone alone or just for whatever reason. But Gavin Newson could basically approve a bill that would be the ultimate slap in the face to black people and Californians. But as usual, the black community gets passed up. It's funny when it pertains to us asking for things and wanting things, they have to say, or they hit us with that, you know, famous line, we have to do research and all this kind of stuff. But yet they spare no time, basically on the verge of approving a bill where undocumented illegal immigrants can basically come into this country. They will be provided housing, education, jobs, and all likelihood the right to vote. But you have a person like me that was born in the States. I can't get nothing. It's funny. They don't have no money for reparations, but they got all this money to give to them. They can find money for them, but they can't find money for us. But this is what black people get for doing the hamburger helper thing and caping for everybody. So what did we get out of it? We should have been only concerned about us. And the thing is, just imagine in 4 years you driving somewhere or you walking down the street and some law enforcement just walk up to you that can barely speak English and pull you over. And you can't understand what he's saying, but you didn't got pulled over. And basically it leads possibly to a confrontation and possibly you being deleted or you having to do whatever it takes. This is what we're on the verge of about about the witness full-fledged purges. Keep in mind crime is just at an all-time high, especially in the Bay Area, and all but likely most of them are going to land in the LA area or be in the Bay Area anywhere from Oakland to Sacramento. But once again, everybody gets to leapfrog us. And that's like a slap in the face. That is like the ultimate slap in the face. So now I have to contemplate, should I just pack up and get the fuck out of California? And that's what it's looking like I may need to do. And I don't want to hear nobody making excuses about, oh, well, they decided to give $2 billion to, black farmers. There are 23,000 black farmers out of over 1 million. So that's not going to be a lot of money, but nice try. Now you're going to have the people that's going to cape for the Democrats as usual. I'm going to be honest with you. If you black and you continue to vote Dem and Dummy, something is seriously wrong with you. And I don't want to hear this deflect stuff because that nobody wants to hear that anymore. At the end of the day, all you get from the Dem and Dummies is excuses, empty promises, always talking about they looking into it. Now, you're going to sit up here and vote for Kamala Harris, who's in on this stuff. All she does is lie. All the Dem and Dummies do is lie. They blatantly disrespect us, but y'all constantly keep saying that they're for us. We've got nothing out of this blind loyalty we've had for the Democrats. We've got absolutely nothing. They keep saying, just like I sat up there and watched Obama lie through his teeth as usual about Donald Trump and all this kind of stuff. About, well, he could have did this, he could have did that. See, that's the thing that the dummies love to do is deflect. Holler about what somebody else did. You had 4 years to fix this problem, and you've done nothing. You know why? Because you're in on it. You're not trying to fix the problem. You want us to vote for y'all, but you don't want to give us nothing. But you want to help everybody else out. So before you come on here talking about that $2 billion, that $2 billion they're gonna give to black, if you think that's enough, and if you think that's helping black people, I'm not no farmer. How does that help me? I'm not doing selective help. I want something that benefits black people as a whole. They pass laws to where Asians as a whole are protected, not trivial black things. And it just need to be said. It need to be said. At the end of the day, what have we got out of keeping our mouths shut? When we gonna start speaking? And I know it's gonna be somebody that's gonna sit up there. Oh, I don't want to, upset anybody, and I don't want to hurt anybody. Hey, listen, man, ain't nobody trying to hear that no more. Nobody cares about hurting our feelings. Nobody cares about disrespecting us. Nobody cares about stepping on our toes. That's the problem. We constantly let people step on our toes. I'm not being nice about this stuff no more, which I haven't been nice to begin with. But for Gavin Newson and for the people in Senate in California who are mostly made up Democrats, and don't give me this stuff. Well, this is local government. No. It's all connected. Like I said, you got to be a idiot if you vote for Kamala Harris. You can sit up and listen to these celebrities all you want. We've been warned about celebrities, they can't be trusted. You can sit up here and listen to that BS by Wendell Pierce and Charlemagne the God and Plies and Roland Martin, D.L. Hughley. Something is seriously wrong with you. And that's just real talk. Wait a minute. I just gotta ask black people something. Do y'all like being disrespected? Do y'all black people like being disrespected? Is that what it is? That you turned on by being disrespected? I was talking to two Raw about that. I'm really starting to think that black people are insane, and that that most of us need mental help. You're gonna sit up here and try to pretend that we're not being overlooked, but we're always overlooked. The black politicians have lied to us and been deceptive and basically misled us. This is what Martin Luther King was talking about before before he was taken out. Keep in mind, he said we coming for a check. So now it's like this. If you got money, and first of all, another thing, in California, where the fuck can you get a house for $150,000 in California? At the bare minimum, you looking at for a house in a raggedy area, you talking about 400,000. But just the fact that they willing to give them $150,000, get them thousands of dollars in food stamps and other necessities, other supplies, but we don't get nothing. We set up here and built America, black people. We sit up here and bust our asses, but then we get people who could just bring their asses in here and they get handouts. And it's funny how people have told us over the years, stop looking for handouts. Stop begging. Well, now I want a handout. Now I want what's owed to me. It's time to pay up. You got all this money to give them. You damn sure could give me you damn sure could give me $150,000 since you got money to give them. How long is y'all black people gonna be cowards and watch Channel Zero, as Public Enemy said, because y'all watching Channel Zero if you can't see what's being done before you? Y'all can't be this naive. Like I said before, do y'all like having people step on y'all toes? Is that what it is? Do y'all get turned on by being disrespected by everybody? I'm just asking that question. I'm just posing that question. Is that what it is? You guys is that what it is? You guys like being disrespected because it seemed like it. And that's what you guys get for always hollering about that black and brown stuff, hollering about everybody is cool with us, everybody is our people. No, they not our people. What's gonna happen is them people gonna come here and they're gonna take their resources that they gonna get their handouts and they gonna use it against us. Imagine you working on the job and some dude that can't speak English come on the job and then he instantly get promoted to supervisor. Because you know what's gonna happen to black people when they start walking into your job. You know what they gonna do? They're gonna find a way to remove you from your job. Don't let them make a supervisor. They're gonna find a way. They're gonna find a way to fire you. They coming here to railroad you out of your neighborhoods. They here to take your jobs. They here to take your resources, and basically they're gonna taunt you about it and say, "Look what we got." Ask yourself this: the Democrats been compromising us. They've been selling us out, basically letting some of these people, basically fresh out of prison, jump on a bus and come to the states and get put in an apartment. But then I'm sitting around walking and looking on the news, looking at what happened to Oakland and how Oakland is at state of emergency as far as the homeless rate go. They got certain areas where you see nothing but trailers and all this kind of stuff. You got homeless people. Some of these people are American citizens. You got people that serve this country that are homeless. But then they gonna sit up here and bring these people in here, and then they think we not supposed to say nothing. They think we supposed to just be happy with that. Are you kidding me? So we not supposed to say nothing. So we not supposed to say nothing. We just supposed to sit up here and allow that. To see people come in here and get fast track to citizenship, voting rights, all kind of rights. But then you somebody that's born here, you make a mistake, you could possibly lose your rights to ever possess a firearm. You lose, but they come in here and they're granted Second Amendment rights. And then you look in California, if you, I mean, for real, you got people running up in stores on a regular basis, breaking into grocery stores when they close down. And then the police are rendered helpless because they can't do nothing because they don't have because they're understaffed. And then you're not allowed to have a weapon. You're not allowed to protect yourself because they got laws in place where you can't have any type of weapon. So you just supposed to sit up here and be helpless. So it's like, what are you supposed to do? All they do is pass laws to handicap you. But just to see somebody just walk in here and be handed money, handed resources, it's a slap in the face. But y'all still gonna vote for, but some of y'all still gonna vote for Kamala. I can tell you this much. If I do decide to vote, it won't be for her. Either two things gonna happen. Either the couch gonna get my vote or Agent Orange. I done made up my mind, and I don't give a damn what nobody think. You can kiss my ass. You keep talking about that dude is a racist. Well, Kamala Harris is a racist, and she's not a sister. Kamala Harris, for the most part, strictly targeted black people. They can sit up there and try to scrub her history as a DA and an attorney general. She did everything she's been accused of. And I'll say it in front of her, and I'll say it in front of all her supporters. And to you black women that's sitting up here trying to bully black men, trying to harass black men and shame black men, you can kiss our ass. At the end of the day, you part of the problem too. A lot of y'all have failed. You are not our leaders. To be honest with you, a vote for the couch is a vote for Trump. So to be in all likelihood, y'all can continue to listen to these shields. Y'all can listen to these bootleg. And the thing about it, these people have the audacity to question our blackness. Like, how long are you guys are gonna be sheeps? How long you gonna continue to do something for nothing? That's all. Well, I'm just saying. I'm just keeping it 100. A vote for the couch is a vote for Trump, pretty much. And I don't know if you know the Demodummies are trying to rig this election because even in the unsanctuary cities and states, they didn't found thousands of unregistered. I mean, excuse me, thousands of registered voters that don't have their paperwork. But these are the same people that will try to say that the Republicans are trying to rig the election. Say what you want to say. You can listen to that nonsense that's being presented to you on MSNBC and CNN. Ask yourself this. You can be honest. Let's see, can you be honest? I done seen so many business since Joe Biden been in office. Joe Biden is the worst president ever sworn into office. Kamala Harris is clueless. Kamala Harris been running from the media forever. She didn't even want to go to the Black Media Conference, but she's supposed to be one of us. Trump went there. And it's funny, all these people trying to play games. Jesse Jackson is sitting up front and center with Donald Trump. And I'm not saying Donald Trump don't have issues, but I'm just saying there were jobs, gas wasn't at an all-time high. Just got to tell the truth. There wasn't all these free-for-alls. You got businesses leaving certain cities. In California, as long as you don't steal $1,000 worth, I thought it was 500, but as long as you steal less than $1,000 worth of stuff, you may not even have to see a judge. You may not even be arrested. So Gavin Newson is letting people run wild up in here. I'm just saying. It's crazy out in Oakland. It's so bad they got the highway patrol in the streets out here. You know. In all likely, Gavin Newsom is going to sign this bill. And they're going to lie to you and say, "Oh, well, it's cheaper to keep him here temporarily than send him back." How is that? How is that? How was that? That's all they do is talk about what somebody did, but they never talk about how they gonna fix the problem. All they do is tell us to vote for them. Once again, we get nothing in return, but y'all continue to vote dummy. Y'all continue to fall for the same song and dance every 4 years. They dumping them people left and right in Chicago. You notice they dumping them in mostly cities where it's a lot of us at, basically to flood us out. Put so many of them there to where our vote doesn't matter. But like I said, as usual, they always asking us for stuff. Then these people coming in here, they got diseases. They're not testing them for diseases. So don't be surprised if certain diseases, the infection rate jumps higher. They keep talking about, oh, well, Trump said he's gonna give power back to law enforcement. Well, here's the thing. Kamala Harris used to call herself the top cop. Has Kamala Harris really said she gonna hold cops accountable? Joe Biden, when he was running for office, him and Kamala Harris was acting like they cared. They are pro police. They are pro police, just like Donald Trump. They have never once said that they're gonna start holding cops accountable. Kamala Harris said something very slight and light about, Sonia Massey. Nothing of importance. Y'all keep talking about what Trump said about the police. You really think Kamala is gonna go after the police? She was in law enforcement. She used to call herself the top cop. This is the same Kamala Harris that refused to prosecute and charge crooked cops. A lot of her cases had to be dismissed because of evidence tampering, bribery, and etc., etc. But once again, you guys just overlook it. I mean, how long can we sit by and how long can we sit by and just twiddle our thumbs? Keep in mind, these same Democrats is the same people that ignored Ice Cube, and then you had a bunch of these goofy women that got their panties in a bunch when Ice Cube said he was gonna have a contract for Black America. At least Donald Trump took a look at it. Joe Biden said, "Oh well, I'll talk to Ice Cube after the election," and he never got back to Ice Cube. And then Kamala Harris said she wanted to talk to Ice Cube, and Ice Cube knew it was just tongue in cheek, that it was a smokescreen. And then of course people got mad at Ice Cube, the typical, oh, you talk to Trump, you're a coon, and all that kind of stuff. I'm not falling for that. That's not going to work on me. You could try that with somebody else. I'm not worried about none of these Negroes trying to shame me. I'm not worried about these bottom barrel women trying to shame me, because I'm at this point, I don't give a fuck. And it's funny, the hypocrisy with a lot of Black women, because I got to call a lot of you hypocrite Black women out. Now, all of a sudden, it doesn't matter who Kamala Harris is married to. Kamala Harris is married to a colonizer, and he's part of that other community. He's part of the community, and you know what community I'm talking about. Now, it's funny, when Obama was running for office, that was the key thing. Oh, vote for Obama. He has a Black wife. He has a Black wife. But when Black men say, well, Kamala is married to that white dude, oh, does that matter? That shouldn't matter. Well, should it matter whether Barack Obama was married to a Black woman or not? So this just goes to show you, if Barack Obama was married to a white woman, Black women would not have voted for him to become president. They voted for him because of Michelle. And then all you got from Obama was 8 years of nothing. Always the excuse. Oh, well, Obama, he tried to do stuff that would help Black people. Listen, once again, I need something that helps Black people as a whole, not certain Black. I don't care about no historical Black colleges, because I'm not in no historical Black college. And from what I heard, Joe Biden has cut funding to those historical black colleges. He's cut they permanently. He hasn't said nothing about um affirmative action being cut. He hasn't challenged critical race theory. So at the same time, once again, why should we support Joe Biden again? Joe Biden, people keep talking about Donald Trump is a racist. Joe Biden's role model, his idol, was a recruiter and a well-known member of the Ku Klux Klan. But they'll say people can change. And that's all the dim and dummies is good for, is deflecting, talking about what somebody else does. But they never talk, all they talk about is what the problem is, but they never talk about how they gonna fix the problem. Riddle me that, Batman. You know, that's all they do. And then when you start asking them these questions, when you ask Joy Reid, the the master Campbell supporters, about these type of issues, they will sit up here and blatantly lie to your face and say what's going on is not going on. They always try to use the Jedi mind trick. Oh, what you see is not what's actually happening. So, well, I'm thinking about leaving right now, because I'll figure, why should I stay in California where I'm not respected? I'm mistreated. Like I said before, think you get denied you get denied tangibles, you get denied resources because of skin color, or you may have something on your credit. They won't give you a loan. You can ask for a loan for $10,000 and they'll say, oh, you got this on your credit, so we can't give you a loan. But then some immigrant coming here, doesn't matter what his credit score is, doesn't matter whatever's going on with him, he get handed $150,000 off top. But I got to struggle. I got to do this. I got to do that. I got to redeem myself. I got to make adjustments. But then they don't have to make adjustments. They don't have to do nothing. They just get shit handed to them. But these are the same people that say, stop looking for a handout. You got to be kidding me. I need somebody to explain that to me. But then again, I don't need nobody to explain that to me, because I know what's going on. I've been knew what was going on. Joe Biden actually told the black dim and dummies that basically he was going to help bring them in. Joe Biden been lying from the gate, and Kamala is a liar. But we know some of y'all dumbasses is going to still go out there and vote for Kamala Harris, a person who is more than not qualified, and saying more than not qualified to be president. That's putting it lightly. She's not smart enough. She lies too much. I mean, Kamala Harris been caught in lies on a regular basis. All she does is lie. Kamala Harris didn't become black until she decided to run for president. And I saw Luke sitting up, lying through his teeth. Kamala Harris was born in Oakland. Kamala Harris lived in Berkeley, the next city over. Kamala Harris left the Bay Area in junior high. And if you look at her birth certificate, which I have a copy of, her birth certificate has her as white. They keep saying she's Jamaican, and that is a myth about Jamaicans. There's more than just black people in Jamaica. They have Asian people there. Because a lot of those people that's in Jamaica, some of them came from the UK. Just like Bob Marley left Jamaica, he left Kingston and went to the UK. They keep saying she's black because she's Jamaican. Jamaican ain't no race. Okay. once again, they have Asian Jamaicans, they have white Jamaicans, just like they have black Jamaicans. And that's basically the front and the smoke screen that her supporters are trying to portray. And that's another thing why I think they've been keeping her away from the media. They're going to carefully pick who Kamala Harris does sit downs with. They're going to make sure nobody questions her that challenges her birth certificate and her ethnicity. Her mother is Hindu Indian. Her mother is Hindu Indian. Her father is Hindu and white, Irish. So how does that make her black? And then for people to say she's always said she was a black woman, she not no black woman, and stop saying that she is sister. She ain't no motherfucking sister. Okay? She's not. She has no ties to the black community. And I keep saying this. First of all, when somebody said they would cook collard greens in the bathtub, who in their right mind would cook collard greens in the bathtub or have collard greens soaking in the bathtub when you could just soak them in the sink? Why would I eat somebody that cooked collard greens and had them soaking in the bathtub? That don't even make any kind of sense. You know how many germs be coming off your body when you get in the tub? I would never eat, like, for real. That alone is sketchy. This is a person that can't even tell the truth about whether Beyonce is going to be there to perform. She knew Beyonce wasn't coming. But then again, like I said, she likes hanging out with known liars. You know, like I said, her and Megan Thee Stallion got something in common. Exactly. I understand why her and Megan Thee Stallion are cool with each other, because both of them like locking up black men, because we all know that line, bitch, Megan Thee Stallion lied on Tory Lanez. That's further evidence is coming out that Megan Thee Stallion lied on Tory Lanez. She sent the innocent black man to jail. I'm not a big fan of Aiden Ross, but at least he keeping it a buck, saying, you know what? Screw Megan Thee Stallion. She's a liar. So, yeah, of course, we all know Kamala's history. But she isn't black. She's not black. She's Hindu white. She is Hindu and white. Her birth certificate says she's white. So basically, probably her identification says she's white. But black people falling for the okie doke. I keep telling you, she ain't no different than Sean King and Rachel Dolezal. Perpetrators. I just need somebody to explain that to me. And you can tell your family that I said she ain't black. Exactly. Her father's white side owned slaves. Well, he was just telling the truth when he said, well, when did she become black? It make me sick to my stomach when I hear people like passing her off as a black woman. She's not a black woman. I tell her to her face, you're not one of us. And this is why they've been evading certain media outlets. Like I say, they're going to be very selective on who they talk to. But once again, before I close this video out, you're a moron if you vote Dim a Dummy. It's your boy Tam. I'm out.